Queen Elizabeth II has never been distinguished by a gentle and accommodating nature. What kind of scandals were associated with her and the Windsor family? During her record-breaking tenure on the throne, Queen Elizabeth II fought to keep the private affairs of the royal family out of the public eye. Nevertheless, several scandals have become known around the world. Perhaps some of them were fueled by rumors, but they were definitely not based on nothing. Looking back at some of the biggest scandals in the 70 years of the Queen's reign. Princess Diana. Diana was the first wife of King Charles IIII, the eldest son of Queen Elizabeth II, who ascended the throne after her death. In 1981, Charles and Diana got married, but soon after the birth of their sons William and Harry, the couple's relationship collapsed due to his infidelity. It was a scandal in the royal family. Elizabeth insisted on a divorce. When everything was settled, Diana was stripped of the title of Royal Highness. Some Britons blamed the breakdown of the marriage on Camilla Parker Bowles, whom Charles married in 2005 and who is now the Queen Consort. "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a little tight," Diana said in a 1995 interview, much to the Queen's displeasure. Camilla Parker Bowles. The Queen has never had pleasant emotions about Prince Charles's second wife, and no wonder, because her son and Camilla were in an affair even when he was married to Diana, and Elizabeth despised relationships outside of marriage. The Queen was against the marriage of the heir to the throne to Camilla. Journalist Tom Bauer claimed in his book, The Rebel Prince, The Power, Passion, and Defiance of Prince Charles, that Elizabeth called Camilla this evil woman, and said that she wants nothing to do with her. Due to the scandal in the royal family, the Queen at first refused to attend her son's second wedding, then forced them to hold a rather modest ceremony, and did not mention her name in the congratulations. While the guests were having fun, the Queen was rumored to be watching horse racing on TV with Camilla's ex-husband. Elizabeth II was not particularly happy that Parker Bowles could become queen, but it happened after her death. Harry and Meghan. Elizabeth II and Meghan Markle have a complicated relationship. Moreover, the Queen's grandson Harry and his wife Meghan made headlines in early January 2020 when they announced on social media their plans to give up their royal statuses. "We intend to work towards becoming financially independent while continuing to fully support Her Majesty the Queen," the couple said. After Harry and his wife Meghan gave an interview to Oprah Winfrey, in which they accused the royal family of racism. The scandal of the royal family has gone far beyond its borders. The Queen publicly responded that the whole family is saddened, and that the issues raised, especially racial ones, are of concern and will be resolved by the family in private. Kate Middleton. While all eyes were on Elizabeth's youngest grandson, the wife of William's eldest grandson's relationship with the Queen was no longer called close. According to sources close to the court, the problems began even before the wedding. The Queen did not like that Kate showed frivolity towards money when the British economy was in recession, and the future daughter-in-law herself worked part-time. Kate didn't like this opinion, but she decided to keep quiet, and she did the right thing. Over time, Kate earned the respect of the Queen, and it did not come to another scandal in the royal family. James Middleton. Another scandal in the royal family occurred in 2015. In an interview with the publication E! News, James Middleton admitted that living in his sister's royal shadow is not easy. "I work incredibly hard, just like any other person in business and at work. And besides the fact, yes, I am the brother of someone very important," he said. James' interview upset the Queen. She asked Kate to tell her brother never to speak publicly about the royal family again. It was reported that Queen Elizabeth was unhappy with the way the Middletons talked all the time about being related to the monarchs. She thought it was tasteless. Charles Spencer. The brother of the deceased Princess Diana is in a difficult relationship not only with the Queen, but also with her entire family. At Diana's funeral, her sons, then aged 12 and 15, followed the coffin through the streets of London. Charles wanted to protect them from the attention of the press and stated that they had been asked to do so at Buckingham Palace. In a 2017 BBC interview, he said it was ridiculous and cruel to force William and Harry to participate in the procession as the royal family did. After Spencer's scandalous statement, Harry refuted his words, saying that no child would be forced to do this. Of course, the Queen was not happy about this discussion. The Middleton family. Another scandal in the royal family concerns the Middleton family. Kate's family is one of those who were always not invited to the royal holidays. They have never spent Christmas at Sandringham Palace, and Kate has to maneuver between the royal and her family. In 2014, she invited her family to Anwer Hall, which displeased Elizabeth Yu. After that, Prince Charles accused Kate's mother, Carol, of monopolizing the time she spends with her grandchildren. According to rumors, these words infuriated William so much that he asked his grandmother to intervene. The Queen invited journalists to cover how sweetly she communicates with Kate's mother, but the Middletons never received an invitation for Christmas. Unlike, by the way, Meghan Markle's mother. Ronald Ferguson. Despite the fact that Sarah Ferguson divorced the Queen's son Andrew back in 1996, they still communicate warmly. The same cannot be said about the relationship between Elizabeth Yu and Sarah's father. Ronald used to work for the royal family. He was a cavalry officer. In 1990, at the christening of Princess Eugenie, he confessed that he entered the church through the back door. These words did not go unnoticed. Then it turned out that Ferguson was a fan of visiting massage parlors of a certain kind, which caused a scandal in the royal family. Ronald denied everything, but the Queen hates scandals. The Queen was not thrilled either when the Major detailed his life with the royal family in his 1994 memoir, The Galloping Major. Princess Margaret. Queen Elizabeth Yu was very close to her sister in childhood and adolescence. They even had a separate emergency telephone line. After the coronation, the sisters began to move away. When Margaret decided to marry military Peter Townsend, a divorced man twice her age, she needed her sister's permission. Elizabeth was against it and said that if Margaret married him, she would cease to be part of the royal family. Subsequently, the conditions softened. Margaret would not lose her title and money, but would lose her place in line to the throne along with her children. 3 days later, she refused to marry Peter, and as a result, the sisters managed to maintain a close relationship. Prince Andrew, Duke of York. Prince Andrew, the third child of Elizabeth Yu, was a frequent figure in scandals, but none of them was as serious as the accusation of sexual intercourse with a minor Virginia Giuffre, which allegedly occurred in 2001. Andrew has denied the allegations of sexual assault and has not been prosecuted. However, in 2021, Giuffre sued the prince, accusing him of assault. Andrew's lawyers unsuccessfully tried to dismiss the lawsuit, and Queen Elizabeth II distanced herself from him. The Duke was stripped of honorary military ranks and royal patronage. He managed to end the conflict, which caused a scandal in the royal family, with a peace agreement, the price of which amounted to $16 million.